Admiral, you're wearing 8 stars and you're not getting paid enough for it, and I just want you to know you're doing a tremendous job. General Force Design has finally reached escape velocity, and you've withstood the attacks, and I'm glad to see that it's coming to fruition. And Mr. Secretary, I've never seen anybody work so hard, travel so much, and learn as much as you have in only 50 days and taken on this gigantic job. Our entire top of the force structure in the Navy Marine Corps team is understaffed. You're still waiting on folks, and so are you, and you're doing a tremendous job. Our Navy, our joint force, and our future combatant commanders need the Navy's 6th-generation fighter, or the FAXX, as it's now called. Relying only on the Air Force's 6th-gen fighter, called the NGAD, or now the F-47, it doesn't solve our air superiority challenge, and neither does just CCA on the F-18 or the F-35 off of aircraft carriers. I'm a fervent supporter of the F-47, and I would have done what was necessary to save it. It's basic math. We need more airframes, land-based and carrier-based, and we need to complicate our adversaries' targeting. And we do that by outsticking them, or, in other words, having aircraft that have longer range with weapons that have longer range so the carrier can stand off and hit the enemy before they can hit us. We do that with AIM 174B and CCA on Gen 6 Navy fighter. And industry is ready to do this, no matter what anybody says. I'm kind of getting tired of the bureaucratic brigade delaying our mission to provide for the warfighters. We win with both the FAXX and NGAD, not one or the other. A 3-year delay is a de facto cancellation and a win for China, and Xi Jinping is watching. One of the reasons we're even having this conversation is because of a broken acquisition system and systems commands that slow us down. What DIU and AFWorks can do in weeks or months, NAVSEA takes years to do. They either need to get better or get doged. Let's start with the mandated flag officer reductions by focusing on the Navy Yard and freeing up some housing space. So Admiral Kilby, I just want you to, you've already mentioned that the carrier is the most survivable airfield we have. Can you elaborate a little bit on range and what Gen 6 and 174 bring?
Sure. The 6th Gen fighter has some capabilities that we need to counter the PRC. Those are signatures, those are range, those are different engines, those are all the things that will make it survivable. The Air Force and Navy have different missions, but we're going against the same threat. So if that threat dictates a pivot to that 6th Gen fighter, then the Navy and the Air Force and the Marine Corps and the Army and the Space Force need to bring all that to bear as a joint force to be capable. So I mentioned the Air Wing of the future. This is kind of the lead sled dog with MQ-25 to shape that out and understand what that looks like. Not only does a 6th Gen fighter replace a 5th Gen fighter, but it also replaces the Growler. So that's a electronic attack aircraft capability that's important in this fight because of the electronic warfare capability it brings.
Absolutely, and I'd like to point out that the Chinese are showing us what they've got, and it's 2 Gen 6 fighters, and they're building more aircraft carriers. So aircraft carriers are absolutely viable. General Smith, since we're talking about NAVSEA and all their fine work they're doing, can you share some more details on how the Marine Corps plans to fill the LSM gap until we and the Navy can deliver your suitable platform 8 years late?
Well, sir, I can. What I would say is we are looking for something that we can get now, landing ship as a replicant for a landing ship medium. The landing ship medium is purpose-built. It's designed to move and be an inter-island connector. In the short term, we're looking at using LCU 2000s. We're looking at using leased stern landing vessels so we can get our TTPs, our tactics, techniques, and procedures right until we can get the LSM that's purpose-built for us.
I would like to add, we're also going to man 2 EPFs. So we have a challenge with our MSC force now. I've committed to work with MSC to have a CivMar crew on 2 EPFs that serve the Marine Corps in this role until we can cover down on this gap.
Fantastic. Thank you, gentlemen. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Thank the gentleman. Ms. Capter.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Secretary. Congratulations to you.